All right, welcome to the Open Arm Short-Term Missions Trip Packing Tip video. That's a really long title, but I figured it would be easier just to show you some things instead of trying to put it all in the team journal. But I do want to point you to the team journal first. Make sure that you take full advantage of the packing list. It's very handy. Everything that you're going to need. If you want to double check, your team leader should be able to tell you specifically, depending on where you're going in Brazil, there may be a couple little things that could change. Make sure you check with your team leader to see if there's anything like that. I also would love it if you paid special attention to what it says at the bottom of the first page. It says, please keep in mind, this is a mission trip, not a beauty pageant. Okay, so no one is going to expect you to come produced with your hair just so, or your face just so, or any of those kinds of things. Ponytails, baseball caps are the fashion of the day. So make sure that you just keep that in mind as you're packing. Things like curling irons, hair dryers, all that kind of jazz, you're not really going to have much use for it because in Brazil the energy is a different voltage, so you end up just blowing up your nice stuff anyway. So leave it at home. You don't need it, and everything is going to be just fine. So what are the tips that I want to go through with you guys today? The first one is just talking about making it fit. Making it fit. So you want to make sure that if you are, as you're packing, that you think about how many days that you're going to be in country. So in my example here, I'm going to say I'm going to be in country for 6 days. So what do I want to pack for 6 days? I've got 6 days in country, a travel day on either end, so that's 8 days. Well, my travel day on the front end, I'm just going to wear what I'm wearing to go to the airport, right? So I don't need to pack anything for that. Typically, your flights to Brazil are going to leave at night and arrive in the morning. So great thing to use, because a lot of times you're going to leave here, especially if you leave here in the wintertime, and in Brazil, it's the summertime. So you're going to leave in the freezing cold and you're going to arrive in the heat. So what's a good thing to do? Zip off pants. Very, very handy. Ladies and guys alike, they make them for everybody, right? Because you get to the airport in Brazil and it's smoking hot and you want to, kind of shed some clothing, you can just drop the bottom of these legs off and you've got yourself a pair of shorts. So again, you've got 6 days in country, travel day on either end. What I would suggest to you is that you wear your travel outfit that you're going to wear on the airplane. And then if you want to conserve space, which we really should try to conserve space, because the more space for your personal stuff we conserve, the more space that allows for taking things for the mission itself. Supplies and other things like that, donations, etc. So consider wearing that travel outfit down, packing that away once you get in country, and using that same travel outfit on your way home. So then what you need to do, and if you can look right here, I'm going to grab, sorry, nobody wants to see my underwear, but, so be it. So what do we have here? We've got 6 days worth of clothing. Now you don't need 6 pairs of shorts or 6 pairs of pants, because shorts you can reuse. I would suggest that you bring shorts that are like athletic type shorts, like these. These can double as a bathing suit. They dry really quickly, so if you do get it dirty on one day, you can wash it in the sink, wash it in the creek, whatever kind of water you happen to have available to you. Hang it up. With the heat in Brazil, in a day, by the time you get around to the next morning, you've got a pair of dry, clean shorts. You can put those on, and you save yourself some space. So when I go, if I'm going for 6 days, I really only pack myself maybe 3, tops 4 pairs of shorts, right? Making sure that at least one of them can be used as a bathing suit, because I love to get in the water. The other thing, again, this is where the zip-off pants come in handy. Zip-off pants are great because they double as shorts. So if I take a pair of zip-off pants, or 2, then I have those if I want to go to a church service, or if we want to go out to dinner one night and I want to wear something slightly nicer, I have my zip-off pants. Comes really in handy. So for 6 days, the things that I want to make sure I pack 6 of, right, for the 6 days, 1 for each day, very important, and your teammates will appreciate it, are 6 pairs of underwear and 6 t-shirts. Okay, so you got your 6 t-shirts, 6 underwear, plus your travel outfit that you wore on the way down that you'll wear on the way back. Okay, Now, underwear, again, if you get, these are things that you can, underwear small. With a bar of soap, you can wash it in the sink, hang it up, and you'll have a fresh pair of underwear the next morning, so you can also conserve a little bit on that. So as you're packing, what do you want to do? How do you want to pack? Ziploc bags are your friends. You can get these size, you can get a size bigger than this. I think there's like a gallon size. And basically what you're going to do with your Ziploc bags is you're going to take your shirts, okay? You're going to roll up your shirts so you can fold them however which way you want. Just another quick note on shirts. With t-shirts, it's always a good idea to have a bunch of t-shirts that you really don't care much about, or that you would be happy, not that you don't care much about them, but that you would be happy to leave them behind. I like to leave all my t-shirts behind to give away, because it just makes the travel home a lot easier, a lot lighter. I don't have all that gear to carry home with me. So, can you zoom in on this? So basically what you're going to do is you're just going to wrap up your shirt as small as you can, and then you're going to put it in a Ziploc bag. Now, you can do one Ziploc bag for each day, right? So you got your Ziploc bag, you got your t-shirt, you got your underwear, right? That's a day. So you can then seal that up, squeeze the air out of it. Now, if you have bigger Ziploc bags, you can put 2 days or 3 days in a Ziploc bag, okay? Or if you want, it's really up to you. If you want to put all your t-shirts in Ziploc bags, all your underwears in other Ziploc bags, doesn't really matter. It just depends on how you want to have it organized. So, but you squeeze all the air out of that. Now, why is it really good to pack them in Ziploc bags? It's really good to pack them in Ziploc bags because you don't know, as they're handling your baggage, if it's going to be raining when you arrive in Brazil or raining when you leave here, and your bags are going to be outside for some period of time. The last thing you want to do is arrive in Brazil with a whole bag full of damp clothing. So, very useful. Just put them in Ziploc bags, and then you can pack them away. They fit a lot nicer once you squeeze a little, almost like a vacuum package. You squeeze the air out of them, and you put them into your bag. The other thing you want to do is make sure that you bring extra plastic bags. These kind work just fine. Obviously, you're going to have your Ziploc bags, which you can use to put dirty clothes in. But to grab a couple extras of just like the regular old grocery store style bags that you can put your dirty, damp clothes in so that they don't stank up your luggage. So you want to have some of those and bring those along with you as well. A pillow. Pillows are big. Pillows are bulky, right? There's a couple options you have for pillow. What I used to do was I would just take a pillowcase with me, and then when I got to wherever I was, I would take some of my t-shirts, underwear, stuff like that, and I would fill my pillowcase with it, and then just use that as a pillow. Not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it works. What I found that works even better, and it doubles as it helps me on the plane too, is just one of these. I got one of these, I think it was like maybe $12. I bought it at Walmart, and it's got that gel, whatever, it's all squishy. I use this on the plane. It's got a little hook, it hooks onto my backpack, and at night, I just close it up, and I can use it as a pillow to sleep on, holds my head real nice, and it doesn't take up any space in my bag, which is important, because pillows will take up a ton of space in your bag. Shoes. Shoes are bulky. So what do I suggest? Wear a pair of sneakers on the plane, okay? Wear a pair of sneakers on the plane that are comfortable to get in and out of quickly, and then pack yourself some sandals or flip-flops. Sandals and flip-flops, they smush down real good. They put on the bottom, they don't take up much space at all. And honestly, you're not gonna need anything else besides a pair of sneakers and a pair of flip-flops. In fact, you'll probably leave the sneakers in your bag and never touch them and use your flip-flops the entire time, or your sandals the entire time that you're there. So, let me see if I'm missing anything else that I wanted to share with you. Extra bags, t-shirts, shorts. The last thing I'll say, you probably noticed that I didn't say anything about socks. The reason I didn't say anything about socks is that obviously you're going to be wearing them when you leave here with your travel outfit. So you'll have one pair that you can keep for the way back. You're probably never going to use your socks once you get there because, again, you're going to be living in your flip-flops or your sandals the whole time that you're there. However, just in case, if you just grab like 2 pairs of socks, that's plenty. 2 pairs of socks, throw them in the bag, you're good to go with socks. The last thing is, and this is just a helpful thing that I found for me, getting a bar of soap. Find a bar of soap that you like the smell of it, something that's got a nice scent. Open it up and just drop it in your bag, a dry bar of soap, right? Drop it in your bag with your clothes. It'll make your luggage, your clothing smell nice and fresh the whole time that you're in Brazil, which you'll appreciate because most of the rest of the time you'll be living pretty rustically. So, again, that's just a couple of little tips on how to pack your bags. Ziploc bags, zip-off pants, roll it, stuff it in the Ziplocs. Don't bring too much stuff, really. You'll regret bringing a ton of extra stuff. Your toiletries. You also want to pack your toiletries in one of these Ziploc bags as well, because the last thing you want to do is arrive in Brazil with a whole bunch of clothes that are covered with, lotion or deodorant or cologne or something else nasty that came out of your toiletry bag. Okay, so make sure that you keep those things sealed up, and make sure that you also remember that you can't, if it's in a carry-on bag, you can only carry up to a certain amount of liquid. If it's in your checked luggage, then you're okay. All right, that is it. Pack light. It's not a beauty pageant. And have an awesome time. Don't forget to pack your positive, flexible spirit either. I know I didn't mention that, but it's on the list several times. I'll just mention it one more time here. Don't forget it. All right. See you in Brazil.